So I get up this morning and my emails blew up. My phone is blowing up. Decided to see what the big hoopla was about. Read a few emails, switched on over to the old YouTubes, and this is all I see. Trump officials to ask Georgia officials to find thousands of votes. I'm like, oh no, what has this guy done? I find the first video 4 minutes long, and it just makes him sound like a raving lunatic. I was like, there's no way this is it. So I found the entire video, an hour long. And what it's really about is this is retribution. Apparently, the Secretary of State for Georgia decided to record a conversation with the President of the United States. And then when him and his lawyer were asked direct questions from the President, they couldn't answer them. Or they would just say, you have incorrect facts. Or, instead of just calling the President a liar, they just use lots of very polite words. But the President's response was very simple. The data that we have comes from you, the Department of State. At which time, there's nothing but crickets. So the full phone call, it starts like this.
Mr. President, everybody is on the line, and just so this is Mark Meadows, the Chief of Staff, just so we all are aware, on the line is Secretary of State and two other individuals, Jordan and Mr. Germany. With him, you also have the attorneys that represent the President, Kurt and Alex, and Cleta Mitchell, who is not the attorney of record but has been involved, myself, and then the President. So, Mr. President, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, Brad and Ryan and everybody. We appreciate the time and the call. So we've spent a lot of time on this, and if we could just go over some of the numbers, I think it's pretty clear that we won. We won very substantially, Georgia. You even see it by rally size, frankly. We'd be getting 25,000, 30,000 people a rally, and the competition would get less than 100 people, and it never made sense. But we have
And as you can see, the phone call went on for over an hour. I recommend you take a look at it, get some tea, sit down after supper, and just listen to the whole thing. I think you'll see that very quickly the president punches holes in what the Georgia Secretary of State and his lawyer are trying to do, which is trying to keep themselves out of trouble. Let's see here. So moving on to that, and obviously, guys, I always put the links to everything that I research down in the bottom for your full review. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, and that is going to be old Nancy Pelosi's got herself in a little bit of trouble with the Republicans, but we should really watch out if we really want the country to stay the country. So watch this.
Do you believe that Nancy Pelosi realizes she's going to have to actually do deals with you to get anything done?
I don't think that's in her nature to ever want to work with Republicans. We've seen it time and again. But if you watch what's going to happen on the floor today, they're going to change the rules. And they're changing the rules only to cheat the minority. And they're not just changing a rule that's been around for a little while. It's been for the history of the entire Congress. The minority has always had the ability to offer an amendment on a bill. They are taking that away. They're trying to silence our vote. They're trying to silence our speech. In essence, our constituents. And watch what she did yesterday. Such a razor thin to even win the speakership. She brought a member back who has not been to Congress since May and had COVID starting on December 28th and did not test negative before she allowed that person to come back. That is how fearful she is of losing this majority and changing the rules on this floor.
How is that allowed?
They have the votes. That's the unfortunate part. And think about
it. Yeah, they have the votes. So let's be very aware of this. And yeah, by the way, it's happening right now, and suppression is happening right now. Matter of fact, there is the vote right there, and they have been watching this channel most of the morning, and YouTube has turned the sound off to it. And the reason I know that they've turned the sound off to it is because if you actually go to this website, the sound is actually on. So I don't know why they're trying to suppress something this simple, but obviously this is a power play. How it'll turn out, nobody really knows. Don't want to wear the tinfoil hat. Just letting you know what the information is. Let's go ahead and mute that. And then let's go on to our next subject. Microsoft got hacked, guys. If you didn't know this, Microsoft got hacked. They got hacked during the, where is it at? The SolarWinds debacle of hacking the government. It all got simultaneously hacked. They said that they didn't really take anything, and that no personal information was recovered because of where they went, but they wouldn't say where they went. Oddly enough, in another article from the next day, I find it interesting, and this is just me spitballing, that there's a new Google for the soldier. But basically, this is going to be what you see in the movies when you think about sci-fi soldiery and being able to see a map in front of you and know where your units are by little icons floating around in the holographic world. And mysteriously, who is the DoD paired with? Microsoft. So, just some food for thought. Not really a tinfoil hat theory. I just thought it was kind of ironic. And lastly, there's some talk about thousands of National Guard troops preparing to support Biden's inauguration. Inauguration. There we go. And this is, I find, funny because they've already told us that it's most likely will be virtual. And they've actually started taking down parts of the area where there would traditionally be an inauguration. So, hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, all the links are down below. If you enjoyed what I'm doing, like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when I actually make a new video. If you notice my voice, yeah, I'm recording from an alternate location. Yeah, I do that. And so from time to time, it'll sound like I'm talking on a radio. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and until the next time.